Okay, welcome back everyone. Last episode we implemented that method to rotate a point around the other point. And now we are applying that method to rotate vertices around the center. And for this, I'm going to go to the shape class and implement two methods. One method to move a shape, and that's going to be the parameter going to be a delta, like a delta position. That's just if you want to move a shape from place A to a place B, you're not doing that in just one go. No, you're doing that in smaller steps. And yeah, I'm gonna call that delta. And for this one, we need to iterate through every vertex. And I guess that's easy thing. Just yeah, iterate through everything and add to every vertex the delta. There we go. That's everything we need. And of course, we should not forget Sandroid. We need to add a delta there too. And you're gonna see what I mean by delta in a short time. Yeah, but let's just implement everything else. The last method we need to do is the rotate method. That's gonna be also a radiance delta. And like we did in this method, just gonna copy that for loop because we need to cycle through everything. And here we're gonna call the rotate around point method we did in the last episode. So math helper dot rotate around point. Then we're giving it the vertex, our current vertex. Then we want to rotate around the centroid, and we're giving it our radiance delta. And then we're gonna apply the result with this dot vertices. The current position is the rotated one. Rotated vertex, of course. There we go. And we don't need to set a centroid because the centroid's always gonna be, well, we can't rotate the centroid around the centroid, right? So that's it for this one. And the last thing we need to do, we need to call this method to test if that's actual working. And we're gonna do that in the simulation class. And this is going to be a little bit of a boilerplate code. And we're going to use our on keyboard pressed method for the first time now. Okay, so first I'm going to set a move speed to 5. This is going to be our delta where we want to move a object or a shape. Like we're going to move it for every frame, we're going to move a shape 5 pixels. Yeah. And then I'm gonna use the arrow keys on the keyboard and the WASD keys. So we need to specify that too, and also some keys to rotate the shape. And for that I'm gonna use a switch with event.key. And the key is the key, yeah, it's the key. So we can just say like, for the case if it's the D key, we're gonna move the rectangle, this is the test rectangle. Oh, sorry. This is the test rect dot move. We're gonna call the move method we implemented with a new vector too. And for the x component, that's gonna be the move, just the move speed, and then 0. So if we press D, we will move the rectangle to the right side. Really, really simple. And then I'm gonna copy that because we need a lot more, fortunately. So for every direction, we need one. That's gonna be A. Next one's gonna be S, and the other one's gonna be W. Then for the A, we subtract, so we move it in the left direction. For S, I'm gonna copy this one and set that 0 and paste it in here. And yeah, the same thing for this one, but with a minus. That's for that. And then for the other shape, because I want to move two shapes simultaneously, or gonna be able to do that. I'm gonna use the arrow keys on the keyboard, so I need to write, instead of D, I'm gonna write arrow right, then arrow left, arrow down, and arrow up. Okay, and we're not going to use test rect, we are going to use test polygon for this one. Well, actually, we're going to use test circle. Okay, and I think we can test that now. So let's jump to the browser, refresh, see if everything's still working. Okay, seems like that. And now I'm gonna press the arrow keys on my keyboard, and there you go, it's working. We still have that funny drawing problem, but I'm gonna fix that in a moment. But yeah, it works. Awesome. It's really, really funny. A really, really funny artifact. Okay, and then for our rectangle, it works too. Almost like Snake. Okay, awesome. And now we are doing the same thing for rotating. That's almost the exact same thing we did earlier. Instead, we're gonna use, or I'm gonna use R, and say this dot rect, test rect, dot rotate with a fixed value of 0.05, and don't forget the semicolon. And the same thing for, let's say, this one with a minus. And I'm also declare that for the arrow keys, or for the test circle, that's gonna be the dot and this one. And that's it basically. What we're gonna do to fix that error, or it's not really an error, but it's a drawing bug. We need to go to main HTML and we need to introduce another function, and I'm gonna call this function clear. And in this method, I say canvas context fill style is white. And then we're just gonna say canvas context fill rectangle. A position on the top corner and with the whole width and height of the canvas. There you go. And this method I'm going to call between the update and the draw method of the update simulation. And that's it. I think it should work now, everything. Let's go back to the browser. Don't forget to save. Then I'm going to refresh. I'm going to move the rectangle. There we go. All right. Same for the circle. And now I'm going to rotate, or at least I'm trying to rotate the rectangle with E first. Okay, let's see, it doesn't work, but for the Q, it's working. So probably I did a error by copying that. Yeah, let's see. And for the circle one, yeah, you can see now our line is rotating. That's awesome. And also in the other way around. Cool. Okay, so let's see why I can't rotate this. Ah, okay, I set that to R and Q. Okay, yeah, sure. I'm gonna change that Q to a E. And that's it. Now when I press these two keys, I can. Oh, I need to refresh, of course. Oh, I did a I did a error again. I need to change this one to Q and this to E. Right, yeah. I mean, it's not really important in which direction it will go. But yeah, it's working. That's the main part, or the most important thing. I can rotate circles. I can rotate my rectangle. And of course, if I do the same thing for my polygon, I'm just gonna copy that and replace everything. Save that. I'll go back, refresh, and then I have my polygon and I can rotate that and it's working. Yeah, and at the bottom here it's our border from the canvas, so we can't see that there anymore. But cool, it's working. Just gonna change a little bit the keys for the rotating part. And then I'm gonna see you again in the next episode. Not in the last one. It's gonna take a while for the last one. But yeah. Alright, then see you in the next one. Have a nice day and bye.